Okay, here we are. I am the anxious outdoorsman. Today, I'm running an experiment, trying to get kind of back into the action. So long and short of it is that anxiety and the symptoms thereof, and possibly some straight up medical reasons, I have ceased from my outdoor activities almost completely. And so I'm in the rig here. Motorhome is broke down, so there's no more motorhome adventuring. And now I've converted this SUV into a sleeper, I guess it's rigged up more like an overland kind of rig, but I don't have any externals, at least not yet. But overlanding is out of the question because of the anxiety. And boy, do I admire those that can comfortably just head out into remote areas without feeling the way I do. Because to me, that's a terrifying thought, being that far away from civilization, and the anxiety that revolves around, what if I need medical attention? What if I have a panic attack? What if something happens and I'm too far away to get help? To me, that's just horrifically difficult to cope with, but we're working on it. So here's the deal. Last summer, I took this setup and I did go out on some trips. I just stayed in campgrounds. I didn't go out real far, but I was out of cell phone range, and I did 3 or 4 or 5 runs, and I was getting pretty good at it. I was getting pretty comfortable. I was having some issues at night, but I got through them. And I thought I was sort of getting a leg up on this. And then this vehicle became unavailable to me for a time. And during that 6 months of not being able to use this, so we thought we were going to get rid of it. During that time, I basically, all the progress I made was undone. So now this is available again. I'm reapproaching the situation, and I'm really too scared. I'm too frightened of taking a long trip and spending the night. So I've decided to stick around town here today. So I'll get more into that. This is the Vegas area. There's not a lot of options that I know of. So I'm gonna go get some gas and decide where to spend the day. I just put some gas in, enough for the day. I'm not going very far. And if I decide to, I guess I'll just get more gas. But the thing about Vegas is there's all this, they say Nevada's got the most BLM land in the country or something like that. But not so much right around here. And if there is, I haven't found it yet. Not much. In the south end of town there is, I think. I'm not going down there. So I'm going to make a decision here on which direction to head. So anyway, we're going to talk more about anxiety. If you got anxiety and you're dealing with it, come along for the ride. So this is the back side of the racetrack. Seeing a lot more fenced off areas. To the right here, the west side, if we keep going on this, you used to see boondockers out here. I think they've just been shutting it all down. I don't know if the big race was last weekend or this weekend, or Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There's nobody here. A lot of debris. Looks like you could pick up a nail around here, but let me get back in here. This is an off-road, pretty big off-road area. The suspension on this Trailblazer is just shot. I gotta go real slow. Yeah, there's fire pits and stuff right off the road. That's fine for today. See if I can get level. As far as I know, it's okay to be here. So that's the base, or part of it, Nellis Air Force Base. Big flat area. There's the speedway. There's the freeway. Oh, you can see the strip too. The dealy bobber is, now that I got this new setup, this kind of overlanding, you know, everything's in the back, so it's a sleeper. I got a kind of a, it was kind of a no build, and when I compare this setup with the motorhome, it's so much easier to just spot jump and you pull in and out and set up and tear down and everything. There's nothing to it. I'm really starting to take to it. So I'll just hang out here for a while and go check out another spot. And if I'm told to leave, I can just bolt, you know. If anybody strange pulls in, I can just bolt, which has happened to me a lot. But aside from that, I'm still here in town. Probably got cell phone service. No. Yeah, I got full bars and everything. So. And then I got a view, and if they're flying jets or doing maneuvers, I'll be able to check that out too. So, spot number one. This is exactly what I was looking for today. It's a little breezy, overcast, it's still winter. I got a lot of hobby activity that I bring aboard. I got a tablet, a mini TV, got my guitar. I can sit and write. I can get on Google Docs and work offline and do some writing. I can shoot the BB guns here. Wind's kicking up, wow. And I got a new slingshot that I've been practicing. I'm going to do a little bit of that. And a little bit of a view. I'm pretty close to everything. Calm the nerves. My icebox is running 39 degrees. That's incredible. That's as good as my my RV fridge. It struggles to get that. There's my view. I gotta tell you, it's between you and me, this overlanding setup, this stealthy setup, has got a lot of positives. Just exploring, looking for. I found some spots back there, over here by Apex. Yeah, I did some temp work out there, doing temp work through a employment agency, like picking up trash and stuff, shoveling gypsum. It's a hard day. It was a hard day of work. So I'm going to end up at a truck stop, and I'm going to go up the road a bit because I've seen there might be a spot up the road a bit. That's as far as I'm going to go today, and then I'll start heading back. So I found me a little spot. I have been here before. Just up Highway 93, a bit past the truck stop. Aaron and I came out here years ago. And so far, so good. For a minute, I got a little wonky and had to do some breathing exercises. Just, and I'm backed in. I can pull out. And I think it's fine. Just easing back into this stuff. I checked out the TV. I got a new little portable TV back there, and my battery's charged up to 14.3. It's just one of those little scooter batteries, and I got a 15-watt mono crystal solar panel, and it's overcast. I gotta make sure that doesn't overcharge it, but the controller should handle that. But I don't know if I've got the controller set right just yet. You can see the highway. So many times when I've done stuff like this, I'll be in a spot and then somebody always pulls up, and I've had many experiences where people pulled up and they just had there's just this vibe of ill intention. So I've gone through it enough that now I'm a little on edge about it. I'm just waiting for someone to pull up that looks shifty or shaky. And there's been plenty of times it's not just people that, are, perfectly fine. But I've had some weird experiences. I'll have to do a little story about a few of them.
There is a time, the greatest moments you'll recall, when sunlight seems never to end, when youthful dreams are given your command.
So the whole idea here is that, see, in addition to the anxiety disorder, which is kind of what I recognize it as, but I've also been told I have PTSD. But I've come to realize that PTSD is usually reserved for military or people that have just seen, terrible, like an accident or were abused, raped, that kind of stuff. My situation was more domestic. It was just a horrible, painful divorce in which I lost my children and lost contact with my kids. And
Yesterday, I'll remain.